At all times, we will not agree. The North has asked to secede to do this. We will not. At all times, the solution to secession is not to become bullish. The response to it is to invite the people and start discussing with them and find out why they are doing so, and be patient and agree with them and discuss and convince them why they shouldn't do so. And I must say that it is not an offense for anyone to call for secession. I did so on the floor of the National Assembly as a member of House of Reps in 2005. I called for the creation of the sovereign state of Biafra, and the heavens did not fall. The DGSSS at that time sent a letter because Obasanjo wrote a memo about me and asked him to invite me. But I said I will not come. It is within my right as a legislator to do that on the floor of the House of Representatives. If I don't do it there, where else do you want me to do? Do you want me to carry arms? So all of you must get used to having people say that they are so sick and tired and they want to leave. It's not a big deal. And let us even follow it. The truth remains, like our elder statesman, Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed has said, that we are moving close towards Somalia and Afghanistan. I agree. He is very, very correct. The only difference between him and I is that I want to opt out of it. I don't want to wait until we get to Somalia, because we are moving too fast towards Somalia. When we get to Somalia, it would have been too late. I am saying, please, those of you who want to continue with them to Somalia, please follow them. Those of us who are opted out of the boat and we don't want to go to Somalia, I want to do what? Go to the right. That's a simple argument, and I don't see why it should be offensive to anybody. Because the combined effect of the provisions of the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights and the African Charter and our Constitution definitely makes it clear that anybody can make an agitation for self-determination, and that there is this blackmail by
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you via the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan from Alo province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct today, being the 20th day of January in the year of our Lord 2022. We are live and direct. Without wasting much time, let us pray. Our Father who art in heaven, the creator of the whole universe, hallowed be thy name. We worship you because of who you are, the God of our ancestors. We have once again gathered in this evening, morning, afternoon, night, depending on the four cardinal points of this world, in order to preach the gospel. Behold our leader, who the enemy is trying one way or the other in order to use people, in order to make sure that he is detained. But we thank thee for giving us victory. Therefore, any hand that is rising against our leader Mazi Jonathan, must strike him down in any way, either in one way or the other. Strike that hand down forever. Thank you, Chukwu Kabiama, for in your name we pray. He say, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you via the auspices of Radio Biafra London. I will be joined in a short period of time by our attorney, Ejimakor, Barrister Ejimakor, who will be joining me shortly in order to make some clarifications concerning the issue at hand. Therefore, invite your friends and well-wishers, your siblings, even your foes, to this hallowed platform, because this is a center for enlightenment. This is a place where you get information not like any other, because we are simply apolitical. We are simply apolitical. We don't mince words. We don't try to, we never try to be politically correct here. Do you understand? We never try to be politically correct. We say it as it is, without no shenanigans. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. I am now joined by Barrister Ejimakor. Barrister, please welcome to the program. Can you hear me? You are live on air. Can you hear me? Barrister Ejimakor, can you hear me? Barrister Ejimakor. Barrister, can you hear me?
Hello, Jonathan.
Yes, can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Barrister, can you hear me? Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing you. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes. Barrister, you know one thing. I understand. Let me restart my phone because
okay.
Just let me restart the phone. Just give me.
Okay, I'll wait for your call back.
Yes, of course. Do that, please. We must continue. I understand sometimes it happens. The solution is to restart my phone. So yes, we are back. Barrister Ejimakor, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Clearly.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. It is one of those things. I welcome you to this edition of Radio Biafra House of Service. Barrister Ejimakor, please go on. Please, I want you to introduce yourself before we continue. Please go on. Over to you.
Okay, Jonathan, you already did, but let me give a fuller introduction. My name is Aloy Ejimakor. I'm a legal practitioner in Nigeria, and I'm the special counsel to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Jonathan, and the indigenous people of Biafra itself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Barrister, I want you to please take your time to explain to all and sundry, to Biafrans and lovers of freedom, concerning the one court case in Omahia yesterday, and let us know about the significance of this court case. Please, over to you.
Okay, I'm happy to be on this program, Jonathan, and I'm happy to be speaking to Biafrans everywhere in the world. The decision yesterday by the Abia State High Court is a landmark decision. That decision will go down in history as one of the best judicial pronouncements of this era. For the first time since 2017, when Mazi Jonathan underwent the trial by ordeal, the trial by the armed forces of the Federation of Nigeria, who went to his house to take his life. Since that September 2017, that infamous conduct by the Nigerian Armed Forces has never been tested in court. And for the first time, it was tested in court through the instrumentality of the lawsuit that I filed in late August last year. See, the kernel of the lawsuit was the proposition that that very invasion of Onyendu's house in Omaha was a flagrant violation of his fundamental rights, and which was what led directly to the flight of safety that he took that saw him outside Nigeria, but which eventually led to his extraordinary rendition. So my argument before the court was that that violation is condemnable, and it ought to be compensated in so many different ways, and also the extraordinary rendition aspect of it was also before the court. So yesterday the gavel came down quite quickly. I commend the Abia judiciary for handling this matter expeditiously, for allowing it to go through the judicial process very quickly, quicker than what we have seen in Abuja, where since Mazi's rendition in late June last year, nothing of substance in terms of the hearing his case in Abuja has emanated, and that is going into 7 months. I filed this case in late August. That was few days before the court went on vacation for 30 days and returned in early October. So you can say for sure that it was from early October that the court actually hankered now to hear me out on this case. And by the glory of Elohim, that hearing was concluded on the merits on 10 December. So yesterday, 19th January, was the decision day, the judgment day, and we won. So the significance is as follows. Jonathan, if you recall, the rendition of Mazi Jonathan in Kenya, or his abduction, was based on a bench warrant purportedly issued by the Federal High Court in Abuja by Justice Ejimakor. She issued that bench warrant upon the belief, upon the notion that Mazi had jumped bail. That notion was obliterated yesterday by this judgment. So it is no longer going to be business as usual, where the traducers of Mazi Jonathan on IPOB will be having this same song that Mazi Jonathan jumped bail. So the judgment of this court yesterday has settled that question in favor of Mazi Jonathan. So to that extent, any application before the court in Abuja bordering on either granting him new bail or reinstating his old bail will have better chances of success right now, because this judgment yesterday will relate back to cure that argument, or to cure the proposition or the notion that Mazi had jumped bail, which is a legal barrier to granting him another bail or reinstating his old bail. So to that extent, we can expect to have more reprieve in terms of the wiggle room in that trial that is occurring in Abuja. So there are other advantages that come with it. One of them, which is very important to point out, is the Barr victory, the victory that lies in a judicial determination that Mazi Jonathan is not the bad guy here. The bad guy is, in fact, the government of Nigeria and our agencies that have been engaged in a serial and vicious cycle of violation of the fundamental rights of Mazi Jonathan and thousands of Biafrans out there. So this decision would reflect, beyond the parameters of the very case in Abuja, in Abia State, of the ruling itself, and it would reverberate inside the courtroom in Abuja, and it will also create a pedestal for hundreds, if not thousands, of IPOB members to bring the persecution they have suffered at the hands of the government since 2015 before courts of law in Nigeria and seek for compensation. So the ruling or the judgment that Nigerian government is the one that is breaking the law here, not Mazi Jonathan, is a moral and legal victory. It will also make it easier to plead our case before the international community for either legal or diplomatic interventions. And it clears the air once and for all who is doing wrong and who is doing right. Then thirdly, there is a recommendation by the court, which is very unusual, but which I think should be the guiding light to what action the government may be considering as our next options. The judge had recommended or judge had criticized the public policy of the government of the day, which borders on facing the Biafran agitation as a law enforcement problem that will be subdued by arrests, detentions, killings, torture, renditions, abductions, and what have you. So the judge pointedly said yesterday that the Biafran agitation is not a law enforcement problem, that is a problem that should be solved through the political process. So impliedly, the judge agrees that self-determination is a political issue, not a criminal issue. It's a political issue that needs to be addressed, and that is exactly what Mazi Jonathan has been saying, and members of IPOB, and which has exposed them to this humongous amount of persecution at the hands of the government of the day. Because it's my conclusion, it's my view, that anybody that doesn't want to be a citizen of his own country anymore is not committing an offense, especially in a circumstance where that person is saying, well, let us put this very issue to vote. And putting it to vote is what is called a plebiscite or a referendum. And the judge, I would say, came down heavily on the side of using the political process to address that question. And that political process was deemed preferable to the law enforcement, the aggressive law enforcement that the government of the day has brought to bear against Mazi Jonathan and members of the indigenous people of Biafra. So, Jonathan, there you have it. Those are some of the advantages that will be emanating from the judgment of yesterday, and more advantages could come as we continue to study the judgment and look at the body language of the government of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Barrister Ejimakor. Thank you. I want you, for clarity's sake, please, because it might be in the minds of people or some people to ask this. Does the court in Abuja have any superiority to that of Umuahia?
A very good question. It's a very good question. Why? Because lay people who are not lawyers, have this mistaken misconception that the Federal High Court is superior to a State High Court. No, they are called courts of coordinate jurisdiction or coordinate rank, courts of equal rank. Somebody asked me this question about 2 days ago, so I took to my Twitter page to address it. So those of you that are not listening, or maybe my voice is cracked and you are not hearing what I'm saying. You can go to my Twitter page and check it out. It was a tweet I did yesterday. They are equal. As a matter of fact, in a lot of ways, the State High Court has wider jurisdiction, wider authority than the Federal High Court. But in terms of the orders, judgments, rulings, and decisions issuing from these courts, they have enough. They have equal impact. None is superior to the other.
That's very good.
Anybody that tells you that is viciously or is mischievously trying to diminish the great victory we scored yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving on to Abuja, I have interviewed you here, and I used to go through your write-ups in your various platforms. Now,
yes,
you always consistently continue in making this assertion, which is right, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, normally he is still technically in Kenya. He has, the Nigerian government legally does not have the right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, owing to the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because as you put it last time, you said you cannot, I'm borrowing your own words now, you can't put something on nothing. That is, that is the truth about it. You cannot build something or put something on nothing. And also now in my own case, in my own weddings, I now equally to maybe scoring a goal using a very clear offside. The goal is beautiful, but it is offside. So how I don't know, how is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still appearing in Abuja court, owing to the fact that he was illegally abducted? That is extraordinary rendition, which should have put a lid on any type of trial against him. Please.
Yes.
Go on.
Yeah, Jonathan, a very good question. You put it so well. Nigerian government scored an offside goal, and upon further review, that offside goal should be disallowed. The reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still appears in court and the judge is waxing like she's going to try him before her court is simply because none of the applications that the defense team filed in Abuja, of which I participated substantially in advancing this extraordinary rendition argument, that's my expertise. None of those applications have been had. But luckily for us, the ruling yesterday in Abuja, I was monitoring the proceeding in Abuja. Hello?
Yeah, please go on.
Hello?
Yes, go on.
Hello?
Yes, Mazi, go on, please, go on.
Okay, there was an interruption in transmission.
Boy, okay.
So let me continue from where I stopped. When I was at Umuahia yesterday, I was monitoring the proceedings in Abuja electronically, and the judge said clearly, agreed with the proposition which I have been making since early July, that there is going to be trial within trial. Okay? What I mean by that is that before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu goes to trial, the Nigerian government has to be on trial first. The first segment of that trial within trial has been concluded successfully in Abia State yesterday. Nigerian government was on trial and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won. The second segment of it will come on February 16th at the next adjourned date. And fortunately for us, Mike Ozokome, senior advocate of Nigeria, has 5 new applications. And from the presentation he made yesterday when he was leading the defense team, made a lot of difference in terms of guiding the court to where the issues actually lie. Because the prosecutor yesterday appeared to be ready for trial. But with Mike Ozokeme's argument being superior to that of the prosecutor, the court agreed that before Mazi Jonathan goes on trial, those preliminary issues, of which the principal one is the extraordinary rendition, must be determined and dispensed with. And if we win the argument that extraordinary rendition is a barrier to prosecution or trial of Mazi Jonathan, then the case is over. So I think it's a temporary victory. Some people might see it as small, but I think legally speaking, it is big. It's a big win that the court has expressed a reluctance to go into trial before dispensing with the preliminary issues such as the extraordinary rendition argument, which I pioneered since early July last year. It is unfortunate, Jonathan, that the argument may be coming late in the day in terms of being heard by the court, but you can vouch for me.
My goodness me, network. Can you still hear me? Reconnecting. I don't know. I must try to bring him back. It's network issue, honestly. But I must bring him back. We must continue. Because our people need to be clarified. There are many things going on, many rumors. Are you there? Can you hear me, Barrister Ejimakor? Barrister, can you hear me? Yes, go on, please, go on. Yes, the whole world is hearing you. Please go on, continue.
I'm saying that it's unfortunate that these preliminary issues or objections to the trial of Mazi Jonathan will be decided so late in the day in February, a clear 7 to 8 months after his rendition. This is something I believe that should have occurred as early as July, but I cannot begin to tell you why he did it. It's a systemic issue, and a lot of factors contributed to that. So hopefully on 16th February there will not be any intervening adverse factors that will prevent the court from hearing this argument. So if that happens, I think it's going to bring in a new regime. It will bring a new era into this whole case in Abuja, and it will become clearer to the people that ultimately Mazi Jonathan may not have a case to answer.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barrister Ejimakor. Before you go, please, because of your time, before you go, what do you have to tell Biafrans, the IPOB family members? Because everybody has been glued to the news and to the outcome of what happened in Abuja, what is happening in the Nigerian court. Please, can you use just few minutes to talk to Biafrans concerning this legal issue? Go on.
Yes. What happened in Abia State yesterday should be a reference point for Biafrans to have some hope that Mazi Jonathan and other Biafrans who are languishing in detention centers in Nigeria and who are facing this enormous persecution have some hope of getting justice in a Nigerian court. I know that Nigerian courts don't have the best reputation in the world, but once in a while there appears to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and the Abia State High Court yesterday proved that there is still hope in the judicial system. So I hope that very environment of getting justice out of a Nigerian court will all repeat it in Abuja going forward from February 16th. So we should have hope that at the end of the day there will be some justice coming to the way of Mazi Nnamdi and the others.
Thank you. Before you go, a quick one, please. Do you used to see Mazi Nnamdi? Do you used to visit him? And how will you tell us what is your take on his the last time you saw him, even in the court? His his general being, please, before I leave you.
The last time I saw him was not in court. I saw him I visited him at the detention facility, and that's a very long time ago. In terms of what we are facing here, I think it's over 3 weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago, I saw him last. I had to return back to the eastern part to Aleppo to watch my grief, because you don't throw a case into a Nigerian court and walk away. You have to stay close, or something could go wrong with your file. So I had to return to Aleppo to watch the file, to watch my case, and to protect it. Being in Abuja and going to see Mazi every Monday and Thursday, while the case may languish in Abia State, is not the best legal representation for him. So, with his permission, I returned to the East. The case is over now. I got in a judgment, very quick judgment, expeditious judgment, very speedy judgment. Mazi is very happy. The judgment came yesterday while he was still in court. And someone who monitored it on social media informed him of the judgment, and he was very happy. And his brother saw him today. He told his brother to greet me, and that he's very happy with the judgment, and he looks forward to seeing me next week. So the way you see Mazi prancing around in the courtroom is the way that he is at the detention facility. There is nothing that can, really replace freedom of a man. There is no best jail or best detention in the world out there. 1 minute of freedom for any man outside a detention facility is better than 100 years of very comfortable detention facility for anybody. So it is not a place for him. That is why my whole attention is riveted on getting him out as soon as we can, because there are a lot of dangers that face anybody who is in a controlled facility, and Mazi is not an exception. But to the glory of Elohim, he has survived every evil machinations up to this point in time, and I don't see why he will not remain strong until such a time that he comes out of that detention facility. That is my goal. That is my singular mission, and I intend to succeed with the help of other people like the IPOB committed members and his family members who have been very supportive, and members of the legal team. We intend to succeed if we band together and refuse to be distracted by those that have been campaigning since Mazi was rendition last year, those that have targeted the very people that they concluded were going to be effective in getting Mazi out of this terrible predicament. The most effective people were targeted from last year. I was targeted with a very vicious campaign and everything. I never responded to anybody, but I was aware of what was happening. But that wasn't my concentration. My concentration was 100% on my brief, which is to get Mazi out of that place as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. As you're passing shots, there is something that just caught my eyes, which I will also love you to comment on. Just a few minutes. There is this CNG, that is Coalition of Northern Group. They had a suit in a court to allow to grant Biafrans referendum. Do you have anything to say about it? The suit is still in court. Are you familiar?
I heard about it. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Go on.
Yes, I've heard about the lawsuit. I read about it in the news. I'm not very familiar with the details, so I cannot comment on the merits or lack thereof. But my first impression of the suit is that it's coming from the wrong person. It's not the business of Northerners to be asking Nigerian government to do referendum for Easterners or for Igbo people or for Biafrans. So to that extent, the suit to me is suspicious. I don't really know why it has to come from that group. That group has been very critical of IPOB. That group has been very critical of Mazi Jonathan. That very group recently came out with a press release opposing political solution or a political decision to release Mazi Jonathan. Jonathan, I'm sure you saw the press release here.
I did. I do.
Yes, so they have always traduced IPOB, traduced Ndebo, traduced Biafrans, traduced Mazi Jonathan, and they never saw anything good in the Biafran struggle. So why should the same group be in court pretending to be asking the court to order Nigerian government to conduct referendum? So I see the whole thing as laughable. I have to be very candid with you, so that anybody that believes that that suit is sincere needs to be looking at it with the third eye from now onwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Barrister Ejimakor, the special counsel to our leader, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you for sparing your time. I know that you have very tight schedules. I once again say thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to be on your show and to have an opportunity to speak to my brothers and sisters out there. But as you can see, I'm losing my voice. I did a lot of press conferences from yesterday. But, you know, you are one guy I'm not going to say no to. And Radio Biafra is my platform. So bye-bye, everybody, and have a good evening wherever you are. Thank you.
Thank you. We must continue. Thank you. Pieces of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. Today is the 20th day of January in the year of our Lord 2022. You have heard it from the horse's mouth. One of our counsels, one of our barristers, Barrister Aloysius Ejimakor, a special counsel to Mazi Jonathan, who led the litigation that was won in Abia State. I will soon open the line so that people will call in, dear friends, will call in and speak about the issue at hand. You know, why I have to bring our attorney is to make clarifications. Because people are speaking many things, talking, everybody talking on social media. And for your information, Radio Biafra is here to put clarity to your doubts. Do you understand? Only if you can listen. For people that have been making this assertion, false assertion that our leader jumped bail 2017, I think their mouths is now completely zipped. You know, zipping. You zip it. Because these are lies from the pit of hell. It's mischief. Very mischievous. It has now been established, even in the Nigerian courts, that our leader did not jump bail. Instead, he escaped for his life. He ran for his life. So it's a very big win for Mazi Jonathan, for IPOB, for freedom lovers all over the world. You know, there's one thing we used to hammer here. When you support injustice because of maybe the victim is your enemy, now you support injustice. One day that injustice will come to you and nobody, I say nobody, will give a helping hand. Do you understand? That is why, for an enlightened spirit, an enlightened mindset, anywhere you see injustice, you fight it. Even if you see your enemy suffering injustice, make sure, leave that personal enmity. Fight injustice first. Do you understand? Because once you keep quiet and allow injustice to grow, it's just like a monster. You grow a monster and it will feed on you. That is the problem in Nigeria. They make selection. Who is suffering that injustice? Oh, it's an Igbo man. I beg, kill them. And that is what Nigeria is suffering today. But today, the court has put clarity, ruled beyond reasonable doubt, established that our leader in 2017, he was meant to be killed. The Nigerian military invaded his home in order to kill him. Somebody that should be under the court's protection, on bail. You know, there's one thing with Nigeria, they don't understand the ingredients of democracy. They believe that democracy is only, electioneering. Just once in every 4 years, you go and vote. That voting is not even voting. People will buy their pay. Campaigning is dishing out money. The highest bidder gets your vote. That is rubbish. It's a cycle and cycle of deception. Until Nigerians will sanitize their brains, until people will embrace enlightenment and understand how governments work, that a court in a democracy, a court can rule against the government. That is it. Because the court does not know whether you are ruling, whether you are president or not. It doesn't consider what matters to the court. Normally, what should matter to the court is justice. That is the thing. And the Umuahia court, the Abia court has ruled, and it is so. They understand it. Therefore, this has a very big significance in the case that of Biafra and Nigeria. Because what is going on is not only about Mazi Jonathan, it's the case between Biafra and Nigeria. And everybody knows the obvious. Nigeria, they have the money as a government, they have the money in order to pervert justice. And they will be able to pervert justice because the people are evil. When the population are evil, now you see justice will be perverted. But the court pronouncement or ruling of yesterday has exonerated IPOB. For your information also, because you see some people are mischievously writing, Mazi Jonathan, he denied IPO. That is ridiculous. They tell him, you are a member of a terrorist organization. He said, no, I'm not a member. I'm a member of the indigenous people of Biafra. That is it. So if somebody asks you, are you a member of a terrorist organization, IPOB, a terrorist? You say, no. It's not a terrorist organization. That is what our leader did. He vehemently opposed, rejected that terrorist organization. IPOB is not a terrorist organization. It doesn't matter how you put it. Do you understand? Even the way they proscribed IPOB through an ex parte order without hearing from us. First of all, the Nigerian military did it before they were brought and say, okay, they were, you have to go court. And you say, okay, is it court? They have already proscribed IPOB, Nigerian military. Before now, they brought to their notice that no, what you did is illegal. They say, okay, is it not court? They call the court judge and say, oh yeah, just put it in writing, IPOB proscribed. That is rubbish. That is rubbish. Therefore, for all of you mischief makers that are trying to twist anything that comes out of IPOB, you twist it in order to make money in your various YouTube channels. Shame on you. Only that the people don't understand. All this, stories that people need to hear, something new, whether fake or real. They want to hear something. They say gossip. And the people are benefiting from that fact. When they come, they will tell you one thing or the other, and you will, as you click to listen, money is dropping for them. These people are money oriented. Do you understand? These mischief makers, they are money oriented. They are not freedom fighters. Therefore, why are you going to worry yourself into listening to garbages? As you are clicking to listen, now they are making their money. Don't you understand that? Don't you understand that? We must continue. As I asked and as our attorney clarified the issue of this extraordinary rendition, which has been clarifying right from time. Normally, had it been the judge is bold, she wouldn't have even tried to make any judgment or pronouncement on Mazi. Upon seeing he will ask, how do you bring? He will ask the government if really Nigeria is a democracy. Because under a democracy, the judiciary should be independent. They should ask the government, how do you bring this young man? Did you show me the extradition paper? His extradition paper. If not, please do not. I don't want to see him in my court any longer. Please go anywhere you brought him. Go and bring him. Keep him there. Take him back to that place. Now do something. Apply for extradition. Once all those things, all those processes are okay, now you bring him here. But apart from that, I don't want to see this man in my court. This is my court. I am the president in this court. That is how it's supposed to be. But lo and behold, everybody is in a spell, the caliphate spell. They don't understand the rule of law, the rule of law in a democracy. They don't understand it. They don't understand that the judge have the right and the audacity in order to reject to try somebody as far as he is illegally brought. It is his court or her court. You understand? It's a pity. It is a very big pity. Right now, I will go on a few minutes break because this broadcast is going to be a short one, but I will open my line so that people will speak. I will take calls so that people will talk about what happened these few days. I will be right back. Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you via Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan. Chinedu, now our lines are now open. I want you to call in order to talk about the issue concerning the court case of our leader, Nigeria versus Biafra. That is what I call it. Our line, direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller on direct line. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Mazi, good evening from here. Mazi, can you hear me as well?
The whole world is hearing you. Please go on.
Thank you very much, my big brother Mazi Jonathan. It's your brother who's calling from UK. Mazi, I appreciate you for your good job, and then I appreciate Biafrans all over the whole world, and then I appreciate our leader Hamadike. Anywhere you are, my ancestors guide and protect you. Mazi, the court case in Abia State yesterday, our people should listen. You know, some zoo knows how to twist things. It's not all about the money that they make there, and people should understand. 1 billion naira is nothing to IPOB. The most important thing there that international community have seen that that Nigeria wants Nigeria, their agenda is to go and kill Mazi Kanu in his house.
Of course.
That was their plan, and from there, the trauma consumed is our late king and our late queen, plus 28 people that was killed, including the dog. Including the people they kill outside the house entirely. It's not all about the money they talk there. It's nothing to do with us. It's international community now to understand that this brown media journalist in the zoo, every time he jump bell, they can never talk about his jump bell again. They can never talk about it. It's a very big win for us, Biafrans. Now the whole. If you listen to when our leaders were interviewing him in Israel, in Israeli national television, the presenter was asking him, how did you manage to get away in that thing? Because they have seen it, they have seen the video. He said, our leader said he will not even wish his enemy that type of scenario. Go and watch that video. That he will not wish his enemy that type of scenario. It's a very big win for us. The zoo have shut up since yesterday. they will come and twist it about money. No. We don't care. IPOB, we that money is nothing to us. Mazi, that is number one. Our people don't understand what that that case mean yesterday. What it means to us. It's a very big win to us. Not about the zoo. It's about the international community. That is where I'm facing my own. Forget about the zoo. Mazi, the second one is this. If you go this useless set of people, like I said, but you know some of our people don't know that in any YouTube you click, these people are making a lot of money. They will come there, they will brush one yes. They will come there, they will brush one something that will make you to come and what? They will say, oh, Mazi Jonathan deny Biafra. They will make you call you, they are calling your attention to click. Immediately you click, money is going to the account. You know some of these things our people don't know it, but some know. Do you know that this Fulani that Britain
Mazi, do you know it's just like when we are little, the way they will advertise one film in a cinema hall. Hey, you know, Jackie Chan will kill the boss today. Come by 7 p.m. You know, that is advertisement. That is what these people are doing. So that thing with the posters now we see, say, huh? So now, wow, everybody will be looking forward to going to that cinema. So it's the same thing when people are advertising. They can talk any big headline. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu is now poisoned. The police. Hey. And you will click. Because you want to know. Once you clicked, their money is flowing into the account. Go on, Mazi, please.
Yes, Mazi. And do you know that this Fulani, that Britain give the zoo to rule them? Fulani, I have right to them. Go back to school. You are dealing with Biafras. We are so intelligent. We are letting people. You know you are losing. They want to come out because they don't have anything to say again in the court. What they will come out, that liberal. Look at Alamajiri, Lena Alamajiri, look at. He come out just to make news for zoo, just to because they cannot, they are ashamed of themselves about what happened in Abia. But for them to make a news, they have to come and tell the whole world that Mazi Jonathan cannot deny IPOB. Are you if somebody meets you now and tell you, Mazi, we need to educate our people. So let me tell you, the hardcore IPOBs know all these things. But these gullible criminals in social media, they will use it to make money. We know. If somebody come and ask you, are you a terrorist group? Are you going to tell them yes or no? Mazi Jonathan is a very clever. You know when Mazi, the third thing I need to say, you see this our brother Ugo Chinyere that was in Abia yesterday. Please, let people go and take time and listen to what he said. That is what I have been talking all the time. That anybody, he said Buhari hate us, we should hate him back. He said, go back and listen to that tape. I love that man. He's a very bold man. They are beginning to realize that this man called Buhari hating Ndigo. In all this organizers and this politicians, they will say, Buhari love Ndigo, Buhari love Ndigo. But me and I know that this man is a killer. The man who vowed that he will kill Ndigo again. Because of these politicians, they are telling their birthright, killing their murderers, killing the person that is responsible killing Ndigo in 1967, genocide. He said he loved me. That man made it clear that Buhari hates us. We should hate him back. Hate him. I've been saying it in any media. Let's hate it. Anybody that come out and say he hates Ndigo, I hate Biafra. Hate the idiot back. Biafra, stand in your right. Stand with the war. Nothing is going to happen. We are asking the Fulani, bring the war, and we are going to fight it this time around, and Britain will never help you. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Well, thank you, and remain blessed. Of course, any person that hates us, we should hate him double, triple, fold, 10-fold even. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jonathan. Good evening. Can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing you. Please go on.
Okay, it's John from Ireland, from Dublin. So I want to thank you for the good work you are doing. I think this yesterday victory is, first of all, is a very big psychological victory, you know, other than everything. And so I know some people are not happy. Some people are beginning to, you know, try to twist the whole thing. And it's only a gullible person that are still listening to these people. But at the end of the day, darkness will be separated from daylight. So, and my message is to our people to start listening to DOS. These people are mathematicians. These guys are genius. They know what they are doing. So if you remember China Sanworu's broadcast on your platform, the eve of the first court, so he told people that why would you go and sit at home and advocating for sit at home for 3 days? They know what is going on. They know about these amendment charges, but all these animals on the other platform, these idiots, they don't know. So if you had locked down...
Who gives them information? Nobody. They are just trying to fish, to gather information as they could. People that's what they do.
So if you had locked down Biafra land for 3 days, so what transpired yesterday and today? So you will look as a fool. So, but I know people like me and other people that can see know what these people are trying to do, but those gullible ones that we are crying for, trying to educate them to sanitize their brain, like you said, these guys they have one mission: for the international community to tag IPOB as a terrorist organization. That's what they are trying to do. And when that is done, everybody is doomed. But Chukwu Okike Abiama is always on his throne. So this is a very, very big victory. Very, very big victory. Not about the money, not about, at least that animal on Veronica on Channels TV should bury her head in shame. Because she's all, I don't know what that girl have personal with Mazi Jonathan. I don't know. Her hatred towards our leader is something I have never ever seen. It's on a different level. But at least with the other one called Ruben Abati, at least now this is pure shut up to them. You understand me? So my brother, let's praise God, and God will do it again. Very soon Onyendu will come out and we will separate the men from we will separate the chaff from the wheat.
Of course.
In Jesus' name.
Thank
you very much, my brother.
The men bless Mazi John. I have another caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program.
Good evening from my location.
Go on, Mazi, go on.
But I'm very, very happy. In fact, I don't know what to say. But I want to thank God for your life, for everything that you have done. I am calling from the Republic, and I believe that God is answering our prayer. In fact, what is happening in fact, I don't know what to say, but we say thank you for your program, and we're following your program day and night. I just want to appreciate you for the good work, and our leader, Mazi Jonathan, it's in the God and not in the enemy hand. It's just the zoo just try to play, but God will not allow them. Continue what we said in your program. What is with you? That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you, comrade. We must continue. I have another caller on WhatsApp. You can also, as well, many calls are coming through WhatsApp. You can as well call via Signal, the same number, please. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Good evening to you, Mazi Jonathan.
Good evening, watching the program. Mazi, you go.
Thank you so much. Greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters. Chukwu Okike Abiama is our God, and it will continue to strengthen us and keep us moving forward. Mazi, I want to thank our lawyers. In short, let me say the people's lawyers, Barrister Ejimakor, Barrister Ifeanyi, and the rest of them, which I cannot mention their name. Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless every one of you. You are the people's lawyer. If you are representing Nnamdi, you are representing the innocent masses that are being intimidated and killed by the Zoological Republic. So the mighty hand of Chukwu Abiama will continue to be with every one of you. Today, our gallant lawyer, Barrister Ejimakor, was interviewing one of the zoo radio stations here in Enugu. and they are useless presenters who normally and always use that word, which I have told the idiots that any day you open up your mouth and say it, the leader of the proscribed, Marana Guan and your generation, because you are proscribed and he doesn't want to listen. Today, our lawyer speak in that radio with a very, how can I put it? That our lawyer barrister Ejimakor Chukwabiama be with you. Everybody was happy today.
That is
yes,
it.
yes. Even when that idiot was trying to do what he normally know how to do, our lawyer showed him and said that you can never ever tag my clients what he is not. So I just call to thank all these barristers. Chukwabiama will be with you. Mazi, thank you so much.
You know, we have foolish Igbo people, very, very stupid. They will see where they are killing their brothers. They will look themselves as separate and say, okay, they will put hand even to kill their own brother. And you look at these people, you say, what type of people are these? Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program, please. Go on.
Hello, Mazi. Good evening, sir. Good evening from here. Yes. I want to thank you so much for the explanation you are giving to our people concerning the court outing of yesterday. You know, our people, they think that social media is where they are going to get their own information. Even after Mazi Nnamdi has repeatedly said that you can only get accurate information concerning this movement from Radio Biafra. They are still listening to gossips on social media. They are still going everywhere listening to gossip. The way they carry their own messages. Sometimes when you listen to our people, you will be wondering, the way some people really are joining Igbo. So I want to thank you very much because it is very hard to lead Igbo people, the very hard. And I want to thank our lawyers also. I know they are being bullied even by our own people. But when at the court, I saw our own illustrious Igbo son. He was leading the Nigerian side. So I said, okay, this is the side he has chosen. Let him follow it to the end. We have chosen our own path and we are following it to the end. So I thank you all and I thank you very much. And please, I have something to ship in. I know it might not be related to your program, but I have something to say. The statement issued by Comrade Powerful, this statement that we thank God for they said we thank God for the survival of, for saving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the hands of the Nigerian military that very day. Please, when next that this statement is written, I want it to, this is my own personal suggestion, I want it to also be given recognition to those people that died that day. Because those were the people who were there, the human beings who sacrificed, who did the actual job. So at least, even if it is one paragraph, just recognize them that for their gallantry, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to survive that assassination attempt. So thank you very much.
They paid the ultimate price, of course. We will never forget them. Caller on WhatsApp, please hold on. Let me try to pick call on direct line that has been coming in, flooding in. Until now, I don't know. Call on direct line. Can I pick any? Yes. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line.
Hello. Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. This is Mazi Ndukokoro.
Okay.
Mazi Ndukokoro, calling my location. Thank you, sir. You see, in view of the victory we had yesterday at Umuahia Court, which it is divine, it is ordained by Chukwukike himself. What I want, my people are forgetting that there's something this our lawyer Ejimakor should do again, because it appears people are forgetting it. Mazi Senator Abaribe deposited huge amounts of money during the bailing of our leader. They should return that money back to Abaribe, because now the court has proven that our leader did not jump there. They should return that money back to Abaribe and other people that deposited money, and with interest. They should return. That's what the next thing our able lawyers should pursue. That's in the case now in court. They should return all those monies deposited by Habaribe and other people with interest. That's what I just want to say. I think other people can expatiate on this. Thank you, sir.
I have a caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Thank you for holding on. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program.
Yes, my name is Paul, calling from Gabon. Mazi, I hear what everybody said. What happened yesterday from Umaya, other states. That is to show that man is a hard man. He's working seriously hard to make sure that the Biafran nation is free and our leader. I want to tell all Biafrans that we are dealing with the monster, the terrorists themselves. We are dealing with the zoo themselves. So that is why what is happening is happening. Because all those journalists, all those media journalists who are talking nonsense about IPOB, who are continue calling IPOB terrorists and continue calling saying that our leader John Bell, I want to tell them their name and their family will remain like a zoo. Because we IPOB, what we are asking for is our nation, is our land. And the people must understand that we must to have it. There is no going back about it. IPOB must to know that what we are asking for, we must continue pushing. It's like when a woman is pregnant. So you don't need to go back without one delivered. So now I want to tell all Biafrans that we must remain consistency and stop listening to those people who are gossiping, because we have men on ground who are working seriously hard for the liberation of our leader and the liberation of our Biafran nation. So I thank the lawyers yesterday, what they did in Umuahia and what those in Abuja are doing. But I know that from now to 16th of next month, Biafra will be free. Biafra will be free because what the Nigerians are doing, what Nigerians are doing, they are ashamed of themselves because they doesn't know that IPOB we are the father of Oxford University. Father of Oxford University. They are not dealing with illiterate. They are dealing with the intellectuals in IPOB. So they must know that. So my people, kudos to IPOB. We are waiting for what is going to happen the next court. And remember everybody, work seriously hard for the Biafran to come. Thank you, Mazi.
There were Mazi Paul, Gabon. You are doing us proud. Gabon is doing us proud. We must continue. Caller on signal, please hold on. Let me check whether I could pick call on direct line also. No, it's not coming. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal, please go on.
I can hear you, Maz. Good evening.
There, well, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi Jonathan. And I want to thank our lawyer, our Mazi, Ejimakor.
Please, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, okay. My name is Chukwuemeka Wambuz. I'm calling from Italy, Emitrace. I just want to thank our formidable lawyer for this slight victory over victory, and that has showing that everything our leader had been doing for a very long time. He's made one broadcast. He said, I committed no crime known to the law, and that's the point. So this has proven to that. And I also thank the team of lawyers, and especially our lawyer Ejimakor, for elaborating the positive side of this project. But I think there's one thing, to my own understanding, in something of law or any other thing, how cases are pursued. Since the judge has given this case, and that shows that it shows that the military key people in the house of our leader and a lot of damages.
I think they're supposed to sue the military to produce the military head, that's Burtai, to come to court. Since the case has been against them, I think it's supposed to be sue them again so that they will come to court and first to go to jail, because in Western world they must go to jail because they are the ones that committed the crime. If anybody that send them, if they said that Burtai denied of sending them, then they will bring those military that came for that operation, and all of them must go to jail. This is what I think that maybe they will think
of
about
course,
it.
You're right, but you know one thing, Rome is not built in a day. First of all, let us digest it's one after the other. That's it.
Okay. They should put it there because these people must all of them must go to book and jail them. In their next word, they cannot even try. Even Chastelle went to jail after he has killed people. So why can't this people come? They pay the price. Not only give him our leader 1 billion useless naira. We know if this 1 billion, reach 100,000 naira, 100,000 euro. So we don't need it. Actually, that's a victory. But the one step by step will bring all these people to book. That's my contribution. And I want to take our leader, Onyendu Mazim Nandekalo, and even tell our brothers, those are listening to foolish, some people who are theoretically campaigners talking about Biafra, but in practical times, they are not doing anything. What you are doing in practical times is when you call for rally, you go for rally, you pay your dues, you go to meeting. That is your own side, the level you are. There are those safeguarding our land. There are those in prison, such as our leader and also many others. I listened to one lady in Abuja, one of our mother. She said, if you are fighting for freedom and you are afraid of handcuffs, definitely you have not started. And that's make a very big point to me. We will subject ourselves to be killed, to be died, to be in jail, everything. At the end of this process, victory will be ours. Thank you, Mazi. God bless you for a good job.
And you too. Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
Welcome to the program. Please go on. Start by introducing yourself.
Mazi, good evening.
There, we'll go on, please.
Yeah, Mazi. Good evening. My name is Mazi Jonathan. I'm calling from Radio Biafra Jan.
Yeah, well, is the radio speaking via FM? Is the FM? Are you listening via FM?
Yes, FM is on in Aba.
Go on, please. Go on.
Yes, Mazi, I want to thank you people for the wonderful work you are doing for Biafrans. More especially our lead counsel, our barristers. I want to thank them for the good job. More especially the record that was held at Omar yesterday. This has showed the whole world that our leader Mazi Jonathan did not drop any bell. Rather, the Nigerian military came to his house to kill him. And luckily for us, and the grace of God Almighty, his life was saved. Also, I want to thank our barrister who came on air today to clarify what that is going on in Nigerian media and in Zoo media that our leader had denounced being a leader of IPOP. I want to thank him for that. I want to also let the whole world know that after this struggle, every people that have killed all Biafra will not go unpolished. They must pay the price. Thank you, Mazi. Remain resolute.
There, war, and you too. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There, war.
And then I want to thank you guys for the great work you are doing. You know, Mazi Jonathan, my contribution tonight is, you know, Nigeria is the most evil place on this planet.
It is.
I'm telling you. So, and if you watch out, Nigerian media, Nigerian pastors, Nigerian politicians, these people are working hand in hand to cage every human being living in that place. Why I'm saying this is, you know, sometimes you used to be very harsh with our people, Igbo people. Actually, some of our misguided brothers that are very, very into this Nigerian issue, like, you know, imagine somebody, even if you are rich there, then you are there listening to the foolish, evil politicians. On Sunday, you go to church, they brainwash you. These are Yoruba pastors. Then you come back, the few times they bring light, you are listening to this, their channel, Yoruba channels, man, you are gone. If you don't get your news outside, you are finished. No matter how rich you are, you might have the money, but you are thinking faculty, you became very foolish, and then you be behaving like cowards. That's how they are. You know, but so if you are hitting our people, sometimes you have mercy because our people are paid a very heavy price in that very useless, evil Nigerian place to get out of it. Imagine 1967 to 70, about 5 million dead. And since IPOB started, many have died. Imagine if other tribes or other nations like Yoruba or these Middle Belt people, they put even 1/4 effort of what our people are doing in that very place. Like since everybody has had the freedom, you understand? You see all this killing in Saudi, Kaduna, Benue, all those, they are dying, they are killing them for nothing. They are dying for nothing. But at least our people are dying for something. That is the difference. Because these Fulani, Myrudas, headers will come there and kill them and they die for nothing. No media, nothing. Even they are already very hopeless. They are in darkness.
They will foolishly call their elected so-called politicians to cry to their politicians and nothing.
Yeah, because
the same the same cycle. I understand you. Go.
Yeah, Mazi Jonathan, you know one thing, these northern people, they have brainwashed them, they have used them, they have destroyed them for very many years. So the people are not normal, their brains are not normal, they are very poor. When they want to kill Igbo people, they call them, they join them to kill, and now they have decimated them. What is happening in the north, people doesn't understand that they are going to Hausa, not Fulani land. They go to Hausa, indigenous Hausa people, and decimate them for Fulani to take over. That's what is happening. If you hear they kidnap 200, they kill 300. Fulani is the one kidnapping the indigenous people. That's what IPOB don't want them to cross our area. And the other Nigerians, they are living in ignorance. They don't know what is happening. Yoruba media, this Mark and Ruben, Abati, Face, you know those guys. I like this thing, the court case, that the court judgment yesterday, because this one, you know, those people, they don't have shame. They are very evil. If you look their face, you will see evil in their face. They don't even have any shame. They will come out tomorrow. They will still be making their mouth talking rubbish, you know. So I thank God for everything you guys are doing. Just keep it up. I believe God will make it. Onyendu will come out, and Biafra is one way ticket to heaven.
Of course. There will. Thank you very much. There will. Remain blessed. Caller on signal. You have been waiting. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very much.
Mazi Emmanuel, AZC.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, Mazi Jonathan. Yeah, good evening I'm doing fine.
There will. Go on, please.
It's good to hear your voice. Really, you're pretty much much better. Last time we are complaining about having created.
There will go.
Yeah. To the issue on ground, I listened to, I didn't when our barrister Ejimakor was on. I just tuned away about but and the only thing I want to comment as regards to what he said, that we scored the Biafran struggle scored a really big landmark score on the victory in Abia State, Umahia. It's what the barrister said. All those slanderers, all those people that talk nonsense against him. He said he doesn't really have time for them because he had to be focused on what is on ground, the preach. So I want all the Biafrans in their various category, whatever they are, to also apply the same measure. You see all those social media propagandists are busy sending wrong signal to Biafrans. It's because of the fact that we Biafrans, some of us, we are so gullible and so excited over things that are not real, like little kids. How can you be going on social media like all those nonsense Facebook and what have you, and somebody who doesn't even know anything about Biafran struggle will be making pronouncements that is basically, I mean, monetized. You know, his or her major this concern is on the money, and you are busy wasting your time listening to such garbage. I just thank Chukwu Obiama for our DOS. At least there was one publication, I mean, that remember that was sent across to all principal officers and principal leaders in the Biafra that they should remove themselves from all those nonsense groups and platforms that they belong to. You know, so as regards our legal case, the one in Abuja, the zoo will continue to do whatever they want to do by adjourning the case, because they know that they have no local standing as regards our trial of our leader. Because what happened in Abia, where the High Court, is really sending a very strong signal to the whole world and to the zoo in particular, because they don't expect what happened. In as much as the other issue that was tabled before the judge, as regarding our leaders' extraordinary rendition from the judge, they said that his own judge, his own court does not have the answer. So my advice to Barrister Ejimakor is, if you can go and look for at least a court that has that jurisdiction to refine that case, because that is what the Biafran struggle needs. If we can establish the fact that the government of Nigeria. Sorry.
Go on, no problem.
Should I go on?
Yes, go on.
Okay. So, if the team can re-establish or have a very strong point regarding what the zoo government did to our leader by going to Kenya and illegally abducting him and extraordinarily renditioning him to Nigeria to come and face a kangaroo modish case, then I believe what is happening at Abuja to go about and vote and exercise their legal their electoral duties, you know. So, but why should they now go ahead and still fight that case? That means they're not even aware of what is happening. I'm calling the IPOB a terrorist group. You see, it's like people who, what do you expect from them? People who don't actually know the legal arms of government. When you have a Sharia High Court judge as the Chief Justice of the Federation, what do you expect from the other people who are masquerading as the legal prosecutors of the country? So I commend our struggle and all our Biafrans in diaspora and those within the Biafran nation. We should continue, should not give up. We should be focused and believe that the struggle will give us a Biafra at the end, and our leader will be released in due course without any condition attached, and a referendum will be granted to Biafrans to decide their future. So, Mazi, let me leave it there so other people can.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for making a point. There we go. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Thank you for holding on.
Yes, Mazi Shinedu.
There we go.
I greet all Biafrans all over the world. Good morning from here, New Delhi, India. Ekenemo all the Biafrans. Asem Udo Chineke dịrị onye ọbụla. Udo Chineke dịrị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Udo Chineke dịrị IPOB worldwide. Udo Chineke dịrị DOS and our legal team. As in Chukwu Kabion, ya gozi onye ọbụla. People go rest ready. We are winning. Onwere program na Kanu mere the time ndị zoo tiri ego n'isi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, onye fụrụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu si nweta ya anaghị enye ego. O nwere ife Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kwuru that day na broadcast. Ọ sị na ọ dị ezo na Britain ma ebe ọ nọ. So na ha nwere ike ịbịa kpụrụ anytime na nsogbu adịrọ. But today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nọ Nigeria and ọ sịkwa onye marakwa ife ọ ya eme ka Biafra ghara ịbịa ya mmemme kịta. So I believe na zoo bụ Nigeria ha agbachago mgba niile ha ya agba na mgba ha niile ọ na-ana na nkịtị na-abụ ha mụ ihe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu chọrọ. Ihe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu chọrọ bụ freedom. So ha na-agbagharị, ha gbagharị enu gbagharị a na ha enye anyị freedom anyị ya anabata onwe anyị jee dozie ebe anyị. A sị na udo Chineke ya dịrị ụnụ jisie na ike. Anyị nọ n'ọrụ no going back. Onye ọbụla sị na ya Biafra anyị abịa n'ihu ọ ya bịa onye eme n'azụ and anyị enwere onwe anyị n'aha Chukwu oke abịama. Another thing m chọkwara ikwu bụ nwanne anyị nwoke bụ this criminal a na-akpọ ụwa zuru ike ihere ya egbufa nke nọ na igwe ọcha dị afọ ka ezi nọ na klik ihere ya egbufa. A sị na ndị ọbụla na-agba mgba dị iche iche, ndị otu Simon Ekpa, ndị otu ka afọ nwoke Enugu steeti a dị na-akpọ ndị non-gọọmenti wee na-edestroy ụmụ ihe ndị DOS tinye ọda asị na DOS ekwuteghe. Chukwu abịa ma ya ekpu ihu na ana. A sị na anyị enwere onwe anyị Biafra ya ana. O nwekwara another thing chọrọ ikwu. All these non-government, those people create in Anambra State, they get destroy ụmụ ihe ndebe anyị na Nnewi, especially Nnewi South. These non-government na ndebe anyị moto na-emebisi ihe ndebe anyị. DOS achọkwa ka ha tiri okwu ọnụ ka a chọpụta ndị na-eme ife a ka ha zaa ajụ derefa ọkwụkwọ nke ọha n'ọnụ. A sị m udo Chineke ya dịrị ụnụ. Onye ọbụla na-agba mbọ ka Biafra bịa Chineke ya dịra agọzie mmaji kwuru mmaji. A sị m ike agwụ n'ụnụ. We are winning and anyị win. Biafra ya bịara na ndụ a. Biafra ya bịara na ndụ a. O nweghị ihe mere ka Biafra ya bịa. Because jebe nama anyị amaghị ebe anyị ana, anyị amaghị ebe anyị eje. Ma ihe mma bụ na ndụ anyị dị na Biafra ya abịala.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you. The politicians are organizing, using their political tongues to organize to kill people, naming it unknown gunmen, in order to implicate IPOB. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on, I'll come to you. Caller on Signal, you have been here for 3 minutes. Call on Signal, please go.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Kingsley, we're calling from Morocco. I want to make it short.
Go on.
I thank you, Mazi Jonathan. You are doing a great job. Also, you know, the caller before the other caller, I mean, the man really analyzed everything very, very well. It's well suitable. And I thank our lawyers. Big thank you for the DOS because they are the ones putting smile to our leader, honestly speaking. We must tell the truth. The man is smiling because of our DOS. Those guys are doing both invisible and openly, you know, so this is what we want. Let them put more effort, more. That's what we need. They are doing a great job because of it's so easy. It's so easy, my brother. So keep it on, my dear brother. We are marching. We are marching. We are marching, no option as the other guy said. Going back, no way. Going front, we will stand. So, God bless you, Mazi. All Biafra.
Almost Biafra. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi Jonathan.
They will welcome to the program.
I thank you for your good work. And I thank all DOS of leadership of Nnamdi Kanu for remain calm and they follow the due process to save our brother. Because it's not only our leader, he's our brother also. Because he's fighting for us, not for him. So I want to thank everyone who believes in leadership of Nnamdi Kanu and the DOS. And I have one thing to say, because this is what is making me to not sleep at night. Because what is happening in Biafra land today, because Nnamdi Kanu leadership as DOS council sit at home. Say no one they can sit at home, and some of criminal that a little boy like in Finland with other group and burning some elderly people cars and mothers, destroying widows and no supporter because no husband, no helper, and they manage to survive their life. They're burning the property, burning the goose, burning the car. Most of them, the father don't know how much is brake pad. They know how much is brake pad in market, even adolic oil. But that idiot in Finland supporting them to destroy our people property in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. And this guy is trying to kill Nnamdi Kanu in only omis. I told him yesterday, if you are looking at available case to hold Nnamdi Kanu in Abuja, but you have failed. So I want this to be very simple to our people. If you know you love Nnamdi Kanu, whether it's there in Nigeria, it's there outside, follow the due process. Listen to DOS. Whatever they say, obey it. That is your normal road. Any criminal in Finland, in any one corner talking rubbish on social media, those are double agents. They are a bunch of criminals. So that is my word. God bless you, my brother.
And you too, Dewo. We are gradually inching closer towards the end of this program. Well, we must continue. I'll pick one or two calls more. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Mazi, Dewo. Mazi, are you speaking or we should... Do I buy you wine for you to speak?
No.
My goodness.
Okay.
Yes, but your voice is sounding somehow. I don't know whether you are using any gadget. Any other gadget, please. Go on.
My name is Chukwunanga. I'm speaking from my location. I greet you, Mazi Jonathan. I greet our barrister, Ejimakor, for his effort towards this journey. I also greet the judge who can stand and take a decision as a judge. Not minding the Fulani government, they can be able to stand and give a judgment in favor of Biafra against Nigeria. That's a very big one. I want to use this opportunity to explain. In the morning, somebody about Al Jazeera, the first information that the Al Jazeera dish out in their media today, that our barrister will look into it on how to fight towards that false information. Somebody also suggests, is it possible to sue Nigeria in our own side court about self-determination? Because self-determination is in Nigeria Constitution. Because enough of all this nonsense of Fulanis and Nigeria is so much that we find all way and we can fight any angle to liberate ourselves from this bondage of one Nigeria. Somebody also forget, if it is possible to sue Nigeria in the southeast for sending Boko Haram to be killing our people and burning houses in the name of searching IPOB and the ESN. So all this thing is something they're supposed to table down and look at it so that we can start fighting any angle. Because Nigeria has come to the end. Hello?
Mazi, go on.
The Fulani government has come to the end. Whoever supporting Nigeria, be you a bishop, be you a reverend father, whoever you are, or a traditional ruler, you are enemy of them. And your reward will reach you when the time reach. Because there's no good thing to come out of Nigeria. I thank God for our leader Nnamdi Kanu, who have used his life, who have laid his life for black people, including Nigeria, including Biafra, including Igbo people. But Igbo people, Igbo want Nigeria to know anything. Before, I was thinking that the Southerners in Nigeria, they are going to school, they have sex. I don't know that these criminals, they have no sex. Their sense, the corruption in Nigeria has destroyed everything. They make everybody to be criminals. They don't want to hear the truth. And that's why the Bible said that the only truth is the truth. It is terrible that one Nigeria is against the truth. And they are thinking they are going anywhere. When they are doing something, and they are moving forward backward, and they are continuing doing it, the white people say, a fool at fault is fool forever. But only Nigeria, a fool at 60, a fool at 80, like Obasanjo, Tinubu, that's the man, all these criminals. It's only Nigeria, a fool at 60, 70, 80, it will be the remaining fool forever. That is why the black people, black race, are nothing. Nnamdi Kanu is the savior of the black race, including Nigeria, including Igbo people. Let us fight the left and right towards God. We have tested one and we have seen the result. Let's continue with it. Thank you very much.
Almost well, Biafra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think this is where I'm going to stop because I need to continue getting myself, honestly. You know, Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. That is it. It is a reality, it's a fact. What is happening is freedom is beckoning. Listen, like one thing one of our brothers that called said in Article 9 of the charges, they are charging our leader for blocking, making pronouncements, blocking political process, as they call it, in Anambra election. Do you know why they are putting all these things? Do you know why they are scavenging for charges? They put mechanism in motion, their mechanism. Some of these people you see broadcasting on Facebook, challenging DOS, they are agents. It is confirmed. They are agents of the Nigerian government. They gave them the job. Continue doing this so that after we will use it against Mazi Jonathan. But these, ironically, these are the people that will come and tell you that we are, we want our Mazi Jonathan to be out of prison. But you don't know that the Nigerian government is using them, providing the money needed, providing the necessities needed for them to continue in what they are doing, so that they can compromise the leadership of IPOB, so that when DOS gives order, they will come and give a counter order, and everything will be Mazi Jonathan will be held responsible for all their atrocities, or all the atrocities they are instigating. Do you see how it was? But because you are gullible, you don't know. Because you are gullible, because you cannot control your emotion, that is why you cannot sit down to reason. But we reason more than anything. You understand? That is why when the DOS comes and tells you, do this, stop this, please follow instruction, it is very, very crucial. It is very, very crucial. These people, they are indirectly and directly working for the Nigerian government in order to make sure that they keep our leader in jail. The Nigerian government, the caliphate, they don't have nothing against our leader. That is why, normally before you arrest somebody under normal circumstances, the person must have committed crime, an offense, and you keep and document the offense, the proof. But in the case of the caliphate, the Nigerian government, now they arrest somebody or they kidnap somebody and start looking for proof. Isn't it laughable? Now why do you arrest? Now when you kidnap rendition our leader, now you start looking for proof for something, start scavenging for something. Now is there any sense in it? They put their people more on motion so that they will do something which they will tag on Mazi Jonathan. Don't you see it? It is high time you remove emotion. What we are doing is freedom fighting. Freedom comes at huge expense. Do you understand? We continue in this freedom fighting. It is not something that only emotion can solve. Once you hear any person talking about our leader is poison, hey, you start, you click. As you are clicking, thousands clicking, his money, the person's money is reading. Meter when you are buying fuel in your car, the way the money reads, that is the way. Once you click, another person people are clicking in their platform, money is entering the account. Don't you know that? And you go there thinking that they are telling you concrete stories. No. What they are doing, they are telling you something so that we interest you, so that you continue watching and listening to them, thereby them making money. It's very simple logic. Here on Radio Biafra is where you receive authentic information. Do you understand that? It is high time we stop being foolish. It is high time we stop, running helter-skelter for information. Radio Biafra is the source of primary information you need to know. It is a center of enlightenment. Center for enlightenment. Because what we are doing to enlighten the mindset of the people, the brain, reset the brain, so that we don't restore a quagmire like Nigeria. Do you understand? Mental revolution is number one. It's the first thing. Without mental revolution, any physical revolution you go into, it will never be successful. That is why we are facing the reality. The reality is our leader started by dishing out enlightenment and it caught fire. What we are doing, we are trying to make sure that most of the people that listen to this hallowed platform becomes enlightened. Most they calculate it. Once we do the coup, now we pursue the people, the bad people, kill the bad guys, now install somebody that is in jail, Awolowo, and the chaos will stop. They always think that they can fix Nigeria. It has started again with the whole terrorist organizations in Nigeria. ISIS, ISWAP, Fulani headsmen, bandits, this and that. Now, it's indeed, boy, we need the presidency. Give us presidency. They will carry the whole thing, give to them, and, they will be blamed for the sins of every other. Because had the anointing, that is what we want here. Do you understand me? Nigeria has no fixing. Nigeria has no fixing. If you want Ejimakor to come and take over Nigeria, it will be worse than anything. If you understand. Because Nigeria is created to fail. Nigeria is created in order to undergo what you are seeing today. That is why, just like the clip I put before, the quest for self-determination is legal. So some people want to enter, Nigeria will be worse than Somalia. They want to enter into that Somalia. But we want to opt out before we reach that stage. That is it. Is there anything bad about it? Is there anything wrong about it? Do you understand? So it is a high time for people to get sense. Stop pursuing shadow. Oh, ye Igbo politicians, stop pursuing shadow. Igbo presidency. It will add to the burden of the Easterners forever. Therefore, what we are asking for is a referendum, whereby some people that say, okay, they want to continue being Nigeria, you vote. Give everybody the right of choice, the right to choose. That is all we are campaigning. That is why our leader is in jail. Do you see it? But we must persevere and continue. Thank each and every one of you for listening. Today's submission, today's program is very short, but tomorrow is another day. We must continue in whatever we are doing. Any role you are playing for this restoration effort, do not stop. Do not think that maybe your own is more important than others. Or continue doing what you are doing. Do you understand? Continue playing your role. That thing you think is very small, very little, continue doing it. We must continue, and Biafra shall be restored. Must. Biafra is our religion, our ideology. From me, from here, it is simply